with an incredible story about a teenager.
Yeah, one young lady tragically lost her younger brother, and eventually she was able to turn that tragedy into something good for a lot of people. Take a look at this.
When my little brother Rocco passed away, we went to a diabetes charity event, and we met a diabetic race car driver. And my dad got hooked on racing, and he wanted to do it for a cause, so we founded Drive for Diabetes Awareness. So now I'm racing, and we founded our charity, and we've been doing it for about 10, 11 years now, yeah.
How in the world does a race car driver from Florida, nonetheless, get into a 150-mile Alaskan sled dog race? That's quite a transition in scenery.
I was invited. My dad was on Facebook, and he's seen this beautiful racetrack. It's called Alaska Raceway Park, and there's mountains all around you. Unfortunately, we ended up getting rained out, so we were invited by a fellow competitor. His name is Nicholas Petit. He's also a Iditarod musher, and he invited all of us drivers to go mushing. So we ended up going to his dog stead, dryland mushing. I was like, what the heck is this? What do I need to wear? I don't know what's going on. And we met all the dogs, and we went mushing. He asked me if I wanted to run the Junior Iditarod, and I said, Nick, you're crazy. I've never seen snow. What are you trying to get me into? And I went to the dog stead 3 days in a row, and I said yes.
So what did you have to learn in order to participate in the 150-mile race?
So I had to learn a lot of things while I was there. I mean, I had to learn the dogs, their personalities. I had to learn how to deal with the below freezing temperatures, like -10 in my race. It was -20 on the Yetna River. It was snowing, first time I ever seen snow. It was beautiful.
Talk to me about the bond that you eventually forged with these dogs.
It's honestly amazing because you get to learn all their personalities. You know their bad habits, their good habits. You can just take off their harness and say go home, and they go straight back to their home because they love what they do, and if you take them off their line, they go straight to the line to go running. You really get super close to them, especially when you're out in the middle of nowhere on a trail running together, and you have to face certain things. I know a lot of people have different stories where their dogs, they've gone through ice before, and they've basically saved their dogs, and their dogs have saved them. They're amazing, honestly.
So what's next? You gonna stick to race cars, or is sled dog races your new jam?
No, we're still racing, and we're most likely we're gonna be in Alaska next year for the Junior Iditarod.
Cool,
so
man.
we're doing both.
Yeah, doing it again. What an amazing story, right?
That's awesome.
Do you want to mention this? Kelly, you are a type 1 diabetic. I'm sure that story probably struck a chord.
Oh, absolutely. If she's watching right now, I really just want to say thank you. Type 1 diabetes, just in case a lot of people don't know, there's no cure. There's no way to prevent it, and it's really, truly a life-changing disease. So I just wanted to say thank you, because just bringing awareness to it, not even the money part, which goes to the research, just bringing awareness to it is so important, because it's such an incredibly misunderstood disease. So to bring that awareness is really huge. So thank you so much.
Would you, I'm sure the answer is yes, but would you do a little sled dog racing in honor of...
Oh, heck yes. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, absolutely. I love snow. I'm for it. I definitely want to do that
For me, that's a bucket list item. You've done it before. What's it
I've
like?
been mushing before in Park City. It's incredible. Like she described, the Huskies are so wonderful. They're great dogs. They love to race like that. They were born to run. So exactly how she described it was the experience that I had. It's fun gliding on the snow.
Ooh,
and, you know, we've had so much snow this season out west. You know, it would be an opportunity for do it. But I was really motivated by seeing her find a reason to do something and then get out there and make it happen.
So were you, when you were on the back of the sled, did you have to go like, yeah, mush? Were you?
No, because I had a professional musher with me, but I stood there, and there is a brake that you can pull, which is the brake. I was in charge of the brake, but they pretty much stayed on course themselves. They were the real pros, the Huskies.
Gotcha. Well, listen, Lucy, I think you've got 3 possible sled mates with you if you do this next year. And it sounds like she will in Alaska, so we'll have to keep up with her and share her story if she does it again.
Good work and race on.
That's right.
Thank you, Nick, for being with us. We appreciate it. All right, still to come, we are talking about the big storm off the West Coast, a bomb cyclone producing more rain and snow, why this one is not as intense. Plus, it's a coast-to-coast event, so this rain fuels dangerous severe weather risks for the South. We have also the Central Plains included in the threat zone this Friday. 66 million Americans will be in the path of the storm. We've got more on that on Weather Command next.
The Omaha Steaks semi-annual sale is here. Right now, we're offering 50% off site-wide. The only number that hasn't changed is our 100% guarantee that you'll love every bite. And if you've never tried Omaha Steaks, save an extra $30 with promo code FIRSTTIME. Visit omahasteaks.com/TV today. Why wouldn't you want to save 50% on 100% satisfaction?
DR is the leader in leaf and lawn vacuums. The DR rides behind your lawn tractor and inhales everything. Unloading takes just seconds. No lawn tractor? No problem. Our new Pilot XT models fill disposable bags for curbside pickup.
Go online to drleafac.com to request your free product catalog. DR Leafacs are now on sale and free shipping is in effect. Hurry, this offer won't last.
This is a Tempur-Pedic mattress, and it's designed to help make aches and pains a thing of the past. Because only Tempur-Pedic uses our one-of-a-kind, incredibly adaptive Tempur material to relieve pressure points and support your body in a way no other mattress can. Molecule by molecule and millimeter by millimeter. All night, every night. For a limited time, save $300 on select Tempur-Pedic mattresses and experience your best sleep every night. Learn more at TempurPedic.com.
We handcraft every Stearns & Foster using the finest materials like indulgent memory foam and ultra-conforming inner springs for a beautiful mattress and indescribable comfort. For a limited time, save $300 on select Stearns & Foster mattresses.
Winn-Dixie delivery arriving. Time check. As quick as 2 hours. Fresh produce? Check. In-store prices? Check. Hidden fees? Negative.
Delivery. Thank you so much.
How do they do it? Keep up the good work. Hey, loving it.
Winn-Dixie delivery. It's a win-win.
At Fox Weather, we've got you covered.
Through the best and worst weather.
Because there's nothing more important to us than keeping you safe.
We have a passion for weather and a passion for people.
That's why we love what we do.
Fox Weather, weathering it together.
It's almost time to play ball. We are just 25 hours away from the first pitch for 2023's Major League Baseball season. Sure sign it's spring, right? Last year, snow actually postponed the Minnesota Twins. They had their home opener, and the snow came in and really delayed everything. This clash of the seasons at its best. We don't have any major delay issues for tomorrow, no major storms coming through. Thursday could feature a few games with minor impacts, looking at that, but we're not looking at any big rainouts here. New York Yankees will be opening up in the Bronx. You have a look at the schedule right there for tomorrow. Not bad. I mean, looking at these numbers, of course, you know, Texas looks the best. No question. A little warm in Miami, but 79 is not bad for baseball in March. All in all, looking at the forecast for New York, I'll take the sunshine and layer up. Not bad. 41 for first. Some of them are actually making full throttle moves that are.
You'll be just fine. 41 degrees at first pitch. That's fine. 79 degrees in Miami. You're right. That does get a little bit warm, but you could dress for 41. And as we head toward the end of the game during the warmest part of the day, it's actually going to be closer to 48 degrees. Here's what's going to help it make it feel even warmer than that. You got the shining sun. So that's really going to help things, at least as you're walking up, right? You do got a low of 33 degrees at night. So, by the way, if you download the Fox Weather app and you've got a really important event, not even just for opening day, which I'm sure is in a lot of your Fox Weather apps right now, but you can do it for anything. You just go to the events tab, you click on the plus button on the top left, and you can add an event for any location, and you'll be able to get that. So, but hey, 48 degrees, I think people expect that for this time of year, right?
Yeah, you expect it to be a little chilly. And one other thing is I always try to get the seats where you're in the sunshine the most, especially at places like Yankee Stadium, because if you get in the overhang and you're in the shade the whole time, you are going to be freezing, and you can wear your puffy coat for that. All right, thanks a lot, Kelly. And thank all of you for being with us here on Weather Command. We're going to send it over to Kendall Smith and Craig Herrera. They're standing by with more on the severe weather coming this week.
Yeah, Amy, we're very excited about MLB opening
day. So excited, yeah.
Craig, who's your team?
Padres all the way, San Diego.
I've got to go for my Kansas City Royals.
There we go.
We'll see who takes the win. All right, and starting right now on America's Weather Center, we're gearing up for the threat of widespread severe weather outbreak to end the work week. 20 states across the nation's midsection are in the danger zone for damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes to close out the month of March. And this new severe threat coming on the heels of devastation that occurred from recent severe weather in the southeast. Fox Weather is with these communities throughout the recovery process, sharing their stories of survival and also resilience. That all begins right now on America's Weather Center. everyone, and welcome into America's Weather Center on this Wednesday. I'm Kendall Smith.
And I'm Craig Herrera. Again, Kendall, watching for this chance for severe weather yet again. And we're talking day 6 and 7 out already. The warnings are already out.
Yeah, I mean, just rounds and rounds of severe weather, Craig. And unfortunately, like we mentioned, just coming on the heels of all of that horrific disaster that we saw down in the South. And here on Fox Weather, we stand with the people of Mississippi after the horrific events that occurred this past weekend. And we want to begin there. Residents in Rolling Fork, you're looking at some images of that devastation in Rolling Fork, are in the very beginning stages of the recovery process after Friday night's tornado outbreak that ripped across the South.
Just tough to see these images. Scores of volunteers have descended to help out in the long road ahead of them. Fox Weather's Will Nunley is live in Rolling Fork, Mississippi, to tell us more about how people are pouring in to help out. Will.
Yeah, Craig, you look around a scene like this and you wonder, where do you begin? What do you start with in a process like this when you can't really even tell where one house ends and another begins in terms of the piles of debris around here? But there are volunteers on the ground now that are experienced with this type of storm recovery, working to help these neighbors in their moments of need to take those first steps. I want to introduce you to one of those groups. I spent some time with them yesterday afternoon. Samaritan's Purse, you may have heard us talk about them before. One of the larger international organizations that steps in times like this, offering not only meals and spiritual comfort, but also the work it takes to really start to pick up the pieces. I spoke with one of the volunteers, Alan, and he kind of describes not only what this means to them, but what they take away from an experience like this when they're on the ground helping their neighbors.
We don't get paid for what we do. We come here because we want to serve Jesus in this kind of a setting and help these homeowners. And we are serving the entire surrounding community here in Mississippi. We do things like, as you see behind me, cutting up a big down tree, and this is a giant tree that's down. We tarp roofs when we have leaking roofs.
And you can see areas that they visited and the improvement that they are starting to make block by block as they go from home site to home site and turn them into work sites, really trying to help people. And Samaritan's Purse, of course, is not alone. There are dozens of churches, civic organizations, even individuals. I ran into a couple of folks from Louisiana who just drove their truck up to do what they could to help, not only in terms of labor, but bringing a grill and cooking for anybody who needs it. And it's going to be that type of support that really helps these families through these first critical hours, because it's still a very vulnerable state around here, as you can imagine. Craig?